You know, people might be surprised to hear me say this, but I actually like Ron DeSantis. A lot. Yeah, I know. I'd say he's just the kind of guy this country needs, and I really mean that. If Ron DeSantis got installed as president, I'd be fine with that. I mean, the one thing I know about Ron is that when push comes to shove, Ron does what he's told. And I can't think of anything more important than that. Hail Hydra.
I thought at that time that there simply wasn't the evidence, as the testimony simply wasn't compelling.
The British intelligence services have issued a stark warning about these two videos. One video shows Hillary Clinton publicly supporting Ron DeSantis, and another shows a British Labour Party leader shouting at staff. So why are British spies so concerned? They're both fake. Well, not entirely. Each video is just altered with AI in an almost imperceptible way. The clips are real, but what happens in them is not. MI5 is raising the alarm about the use of these videos in a year where over 4 billion people will go to the polls. In 2024, over half of the democracies in the world will have elections. The rise of AI is leaving intelligence agencies scrambling to catch up to what only a few years ago required extremely expensive equipment to do, which most mid-range laptops can now do. Why does this matter? On both occasions, the videos showed political leaders doing something that wasn't real, but it looked real. And when millions of people see these videos and can't tell that they're fake, that can sway opinions that will affect the outcomes of elections. A few days after the release of each clip, it was revealed that they were created with the use of generative AI. But this was too little too late, as the damage to their image was already done. For the first time in history, we are seeing politics affected by the use of generative AI. Not just any AI, one that can easily convince us and confuse us with what is and isn't real. The stakes have never been higher. While generative AI offers unprecedented opportunities, it also presents serious threats to the democratic processes. With AI content only getting better with time and becoming more rampant on the web, it's becoming increasingly difficult to determine what is and isn't real. This possibility leaves us with a disturbing future, one that heavily influences our behavior through the proliferation of AI content served in a way to influence our decisions. Could foreign influences, therefore, sway elections to their liking? How bad can the influence become? And what does this mean for the average person trying to find the truth? While there is no way to tell the future, experts have weighed in on the matter. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to explain to you exactly what these experts had to say and what this could mean for the future of online content, politics, and future elections. This is the story of how AI bots and deep fakes are making the British intelligence services nervous and creating a new normal in the political arena. But first, we're about to launch a book on how to start any business with AI. If you want to use AI rather than be replaced by it, sign up for our newsletter to learn more and get a free email course on how to master advanced prompts for AI as a small thank you from us. You can find the link in the description. So, what are deepfakes? They're essentially images or videos, often coupled with voice cloning, created using artificial intelligence. They're designed to make it appear as though an individual has said or done something they have not. This technology's ability to alter original material or fabricate entirely new content poses significant risks, particularly in the realms of political propaganda, misinformation, and personal reputation. This was clearly shown in the Clinton video in which she says, "You know, people might be surprised to hear me saying this, but I actually like Ron DeSantis a lot." Yeah, I know. I'd say he's just the kind of guy this country needs. To those who were unaware, they took the video at face value. They saw it as an act of defiance for Clinton and a moment of honor for the Republican politician when none of it occurred in the first place. But she wasn't the only one targeted by deepfakes. As I mentioned before, another incident involved Keir Starmer, the British party leader of the Labour Party and main opposition. The viral audio depicted Starmer engaging in uncharacteristic and offensive behaviour towards his staff. It reached 15 million viewers, demonstrating the potential of AI to manipulate public perception about a person and sow discord in the political landscape. After the video release, the United Kingdom Prime Minister Rishi Sunak would later address AI and the threat it poses. While Sunak believes that AI will provide new knowledge, new opportunities for economic growth, new advances in human capability, and the chance to solve problems we once thought beyond us, he also admits that the technology brings new dangers and new fears, one of which is political instability. The Clinton and Starmer cases are just a few samples of what's out there, but they serve as a wake-up call to the dangers of unregulated AI in the political sphere. In a recent white paper, British intelligence agencies sounded the alarm on the potential threats posed by generative artificial intelligence systems. The paper, which forms part of a series, highlights the increasing risks to safety and security as these technologies evolve. The paper states, generative AI tools have already been shown to be capable of persuading humans on political issues and can be used to increase the scale, persuasiveness, and frequency of disinformation and misinformation. Risks to political systems and societies will increase in likelihood to 2025, becoming more significant as generative AI develops and adoption widens. This report from the British spy agency emphasizes the dangers of manipulation and deception through AI-generated content. Other AI experts themselves have been warning the public about the threat that AI is posing to the masses, especially in 2024, when many countries, including the United States, undergo an election year. During 2024, it is projected that there will be elections in Taiwan, India, Russia, South Africa, Mexico, Iran, Pakistan, Indonesia, the European Union, the United States, and the UK. Many of these elections will not just determine the future of nation-states, they will also shape how we tackle the rising amount of global challenges. With the rise and further development of deepfakes, it's more than likely that elections will be swayed by AI-generated material, whether it's to artificially boost someone's own campaign or smear another candidate's run. While the easy way out is to use a candidate from the opposing party to leverage the other, mere sabotage of one individual can similarly impact the perception of the voting masses towards their projection on that candidate, as seen in the United Kingdom. Creating deep fakes of more subtle videos that sway public opinion but aren't as obvious as the Hillary Clinton one is even more dangerous. With these tools, videos could be created showing political candidates saying racial slurs targeting a specific ethnic group which might be critical to their election chances. Social media already bolstered the proliferation of fake news through text and photos, but with the current power of generative AI today, we can only assume that the fraudulent spread of even more realistic content will flood the masses and brainwash voters further, especially those who are technologically illiterate. Studies reveal that the older generation, those 65 and above, are more likely to share links to fake news sites on Facebook compared to other age ranges. This is linked to being unaware of facts and fiction, in which the line between the two is more blurred out thanks to generative AI content. Similarly, teens and young adults of the voting age, those aged 18 to 21, who are technologically aware but still highly impressionable of what they see online, share the similar problem of being easily swayed and targeted by AI-generated political content. This raises the question, what can be done to slow down the impact of AI-generated content used to sway public opinion? Is there a future where AI content is flagged to let the user know it is fake? While there will be no stopping the advancement of AI technology and technology at large, there are ways to safeguard and limit its proliferation. One is already being implemented by ChatGPT, and it is to not entertain questions about politics at all. ChatGPT is programmed to not answer certain topics such as financial advice, politics, and other ethically grey areas, in order to not influence its users through artificially generated answers. While this can only be used on text-based AI, it's still a good attempt at censoring and filtering the use of AI in the political field. Andre Spicer, Professor of Organizational Behavior at the University of London, proposed that AI generative programs should watermark their works for easier verification of whether a piece of content is artificially generated or not. This would provide a layer of transparency and accountability, but it could also render the AI useless, as most people would likely not read or watch it, thus affecting the bottom line. With so many companies looking to profit from this huge boom, the chances of watermarking are slim unless the government steps in. Spicer also proposed that AI should only be trained to take information from authoritative information sources such as official news publications and legitimate journalists. This approach can help distinguish authentic content from AI-generated fabrications, thereby reducing the likelihood of misinformation being accepted as truth. However, the biggest way to counter AI, Spicer states, is for consumers to exercise their critical judgment and fact-check important pieces of information, especially those that they are unsure about. Therefore, digital education and literacy should be at the forefront of defense when it comes to misinformation. But how effective will this be in the future when AI content becomes impossible to distinguish from reality? Only time will tell. There's no doubt that AI has become more powerful, especially in recent years. It's made specific jobs and tasks easier for the everyday man, but it also poses a huge threat to our own democracy. With many countries facing an election year in 2024, AI will undoubtedly be at the forefront of political campaigns. While there is no stopping in AI content production, we consumers can do our part and try to distinguish what's real and what's artificial. Are you worried about deep fakes, or do you think you can always tell the difference between what is real and artificially generated? Let us know in the comments below. For more insights into the ever-evolving world of artificial intelligence, and to join the conversation about the future of technology and its impact on society, subscribe to our channel. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and share this video to keep the dialogue going.